What's up everybody, Official Vox here, and I have just finished watching the Call of Duty presentation for Call of Duty Ghosts multiplayer. Now today, I'm going to be talking to you guys about everything new that happened at the live stream if you guys didn't have time to watch the live stream yourselves. Now guys, I was ready for this, you know what I mean? I had a pen, and I got paper, and I started writing down notes throughout the whole presentation. I'm ready to take a fucking 15-page essay on this bitch. I'm here to tell you everything you need to know about Call of Duty Ghosts and what I think about it personally, and if I will get it, and if I think you guys should get it, because honestly there's so much to go through. So let's get started. So the way I'm gonna talk to you guys about this is what the things that I noticed, the things that they talked about, and I'm gonna go down the list one by one. So first off, let's talk about the first thing I noticed when they showed the multiplayer reveal is that the mini map has changed. Before it used to always be that little square box. Now it's a bit longer. It's more of a rectangle, and actually the HUD itself is more clean, if you know what I mean. It's like smaller, it's less of it getting in the way and more of your peripheral vision taking over. It's basically less HUD, which means that you'll be able to focus more in the game than just the HUD itself, which always used to be kind of distracting. Now another thing that they did talk about was 2 new game modes that they're adding to the multiplayer, which first of all, there's a new game mode called Search and Rescue, which basically you go around rescuing people or your targets from the enemy team or something like that. They didn't really clarify much about that, but that's what it looked like there was. And the other game mode, which I thought was really intriguing, was something called Cranked, which is basically Team Deathmatch. It's TDM, but with a time limit. Now the way that this works is that you get a kill, and then there's 30 seconds on the clock, and the timer runs out. And the timer goes down, and you have to get your next kill before that timer runs out, or else you explode. Yeah, you explode. I don't know, man. People at Infinity Ward, they're just going nuts with their innovation. But you know what? It's cool as long as it doesn't ruin the gameplay, right? So this new game mode is basically very, very fast-paced game mode. They want to promote a run and gun, all that, and every time you get a kill, you get a new perk. Now that perk, you keep it until you die, and that's the way it goes. You get a kill on top of a next kill on top of a next kill, but it all has to be between those 30-minute intervals. 30 seconds, I mean. Now another thing that they did show off was there is no longer a create a class system. It's more of a create a soldier system, and you actually get to customize your characters, kind of like what I have here in The Last of Us, where you get to customize how they look, what they wear. It's basically the same concept in multiplayer. Not only can you customize your loadout, now you can also customize your soldier. And finally they added a female soldier for all of our girl gamers out there. Finally they've been being represented by Call of Duty, and this is actually what I thought it was pretty cool that they did this. They also did talk about a new class of weapons called marksman rifles, which basically function much like the ballista, which is can be a difference between a scoped gun or iron sights. It's the same gun, but you can either have it as a scope or a iron sight like the ballista. Think of it much like in the original Call of Duties when you had the car and those bolt action rifles, but imagine that, but iron sights. You can do either optics or iron sights, and that's a new class of weapons that they did talk about. Now something that did catch my eye was the way that they're doing the perks this time around. Now they announced about 20 new perks in the multiplayer, and the way that this works is through a 8-point system, and basically it's no longer the 1, 2, 3 perk. You get 1 perk from each tier. It's more like they're all in one tier, and the perks are valued from 1 to 8, and you get to pick as many perks as you want as long as they meet the maximum 8-point criteria. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can pick less than 8 points, but I'm talking about, okay, think of it this way. You have 1 perk that's worth 1 point, and you have another perk that's worth 7. Then they add up to 8 points. That's 2 perks. Or you can get a total of 8 perks that are all worth 1 point each. See what I'm saying? It's very intriguing. I want to know how that's gonna play out. I'm excited for that. Now, another thing that was announced is that the strike packages are coming back from Modern Warfare 3, and I'm talking about the assault, the support, and specialist packages. Now, they didn't really much specify on what new changes they made to it, but they said that they've made the packages more different from each other. So we'll see how that plays out later on. Now, one thing that they did do that made me want to say sorry for ever doubting Infinity Ward was that they removed the death streaks. Finally, we were all worried. Everybody was worried. I remember reading comments about this in the forums. Everybody was worried that death streaks were coming back to multiplayer, and once they were gone in Black Ops 2, nobody wanted them back because it was a much better game. And finally, they heard our pleas. There is no death streaks in Call of Duty Ghost, which I thought was a very smart thing for them to do. Now, another thing that I did like was something called squad points. Now, back in the older Call of Duties like Black Ops 2 and the first Black Ops, you would have to use money to buy new weapons and to unlock them. And in Black Ops 2, you'd have to reach a certain level before you can unlock a weapon. Well, they've done away with that. With squad points, now you can unlock what you want when you want. So if you want to unlock, let's say what would normally be like a level 50 assault rifle, you can unlock it right as soon as you get enough squad points. And that's something that I think was really smart of Infinity Ward to do, because I never personally liked waiting to get to level 50 to unlock an assault rifle that is the only assault rifle that I ever use in multiplayer, right? So now you can unlock what you want when you want, so you have to spend your squad points wisely. Now, another thing that did catch my eye, man, Infinity Ward's going back to back with these, is something called squad mode. Not squad points, squad mode. And basically what it is, it's you and a team that you create, and they're basically AIs, and against another person with their team that they created of AI. So basically it's like a 1v1 but with your own team of AIs. So it's like, think of it as a combat training, but with one person on each side that is actually a real person, and the rest are AIs. Now, I thought that was a pretty cool idea, and I would definitely want to play that in game mode, see how it plays out. Seems like fun. And it's also a good way for new players to experience Call of Duty and just catch up with everybody else, and even the noobs. So yeah. They also did talk about their new tech. When new tech, I mean like their leaning system, the way you lean from cover to peek out on a corner, or even mounting, and the knee slide, which is replacing Black Ops 2's Dolphin Dive. And so the leaning, basically that's self-explanatory, we've seen it before, but the mounting, actually they did promise us a more fluid momentum mounting, and to tell you the truth, this actually does look better than any previous Call of Duty's mounting. Like jumping over walls or jumping over windows, it's more smooth. It's not as much as a, okay, run to the window, stop, go over it, now start walking, now press R3 to sprint again. It's not like that anymore. It's more fluid, it's more of a parkour type, if you know what I mean. Assassin's Creed, think of Assassin's Creed, if you know what I mean. Now, my personal opinion on Call of Duty Ghost, will I get it and should you get it? My answer to that is both yes and no. Yes, I will be getting it, but no, I will not be getting it on release date. This is the reason why. Now, all the new features that they're adding to Call of Duty Ghost, even though they said that it's gonna run nice on the current gen systems, I don't believe that's the case. Black Ops 2 is already laggy. We all have experienced it, and I know Infinity Ward has always been better with their multiplayer, but I think that this is better suited for PlayStation 4. No, if you are not getting a PlayStation 4 or a Xbox 360, Xbox One, excuse me, I think you should wait on Call of Duty Ghosts. Now, I could be wrong, it still could be too early to tell, but on my honest opinion, I think you should wait till the price drops a little, because really it's not much difference from the last one. Now, I'm really eager to hear what you guys have to say about Call of Duty Ghosts, so please voice your own opinions on the comment box below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about it. I'd love to have a discussion with you guys. So thank you, and I'm out. Thank you guys for watching another one of my videos. Now, right here I have another commentary if you guys want to check that out. Go ahead, it helped me out a lot. Thanks, and don't forget to subscribe and
Falcon Punch!
that like button. Thank you guys.